Hello, IK here. Welcome to Chapter 9, React CRUD explanation, read. We started by read. Why? Because read happens first. The read brings ProductList.js onto the screen. That list shows data from the products table. Now we can choose to delete or edit any records from the list. Usually, the add form is above the list. It means that all possibilities of our actions, CRUD, against the table are ready on the screen. The read happens automatically without any separate action from us. The other three actions, create, update, and delete, waiting on the user interface for the user's choice. Read. Number 1, enter address in the browser's address bar. Number 2, loading index.html with div id equal root. When finished loading, index.html calls main.js, creates the root React application with div equal root at the user interface and calls up. Here is that calls up. Number 4, up equal, this is syntax for calling component. Up renders with all its child components, and we see this user interface on the screen. Here it is in a real running application. It is user interface what we see. Here it is form for add record. It is for description, price, and button create. Now, here I coded with AI only the simplest possible situation, that you understand that this moment, my new record go to database. But we didn't see that in feedback because less code only function what we need with add form. But to see does it our record in a database, we simply refresh F5. And here it is, down, AAA, see, price $54. It is. Now, if I delete it, there is immediately effect. Why it is, you will see later. Immediately, we have immediately feedback because you will see what is the reason for that in the next some of next video. We add record, we delete record, and now edit, for example. Here is edit record, title car, description is anything, you see. Okay, and now you see e-car. Here in list we have no description because we I want the simple the possible, less as possible less coding and information, that we understand principle what what I spoke about. It is here CRUD, CRUD. Okay, it was edit, and again edit. Uh, I can change, for example, edit price. Okay, we see now CRUD list in work. Here is that user interface. Document object model behind it is this code, but this code, this code describes the user interface. React translates it into the real document object model elements. The browser renders those elements inside div ID equal root. It is visible through div ID equal root. Here it is a screen capture in the books, but we will see that in real working. After I pressed F12 key on the keyboard, I see this dev tool on the right side. And here it is, use complete HTML, index.html, it is doc type, but through div ID, we see a real actual document object model. It is here, you look at when I expand the ID root. Now this expand a shop, etc. This expand form expand. Add product, you see input, and button, and form finished, and here it is. You see this, it is a list, laptop basic, this list price, it is a list. You see, all that is visible here through div ID root. This is visible when we press the key F12 on the keyboard and open elements. Uncompress the tag div ID equal root, and you will see the actual document object model. There are two more document object model. One, page view source. It is index.html and it is always present. Because of it, this kind of application is called SPA, single page application. Here is the index.html, always visible page source, view page source, when we click view page source. Virtual document object model, a light version of the actual document object model, works as a listener for changes in local states. How is it connected with the local states? It is connected through the hook function useState. Because of this, we declare variable using the structured assignment. Constant products set products to members of array equal use state start value is empty array. When the local state products changes, set products updates in virtual DOM. The virtual document object model is then compared with actual document object model. Only the differences in the state products cause the component products list.js to re-render? Who brings data from the eShop database table products? The function load products, and here it is, that function. You can stop video and look that function here, but you can see that in code also. Who calls the function load products? The hook function useEffect. Who calls the function useEffect? Event component was mounted. After every rendering, a component generates the event component was mounted. But not every component was mounted calls useEffect because of the empty array in place of a dependency. Here it is. Here is how ChatGPT explains it. The second argument to useEffect is here is second argument. You see comma here. It is comma after first argument. First argument is products is function, and second argument is empty array. Here is how. The second argument to useEffect is the dependency array. If empty array run the effect only on the first render, no array run the effect after every render. A, B, here it is, array with members A, comma B, two members, run the effect when when A or B changes. From the event component was mounted to the list of products on the screen. App starts initial render. Child ProductForm start initial render. Child products list start initial render. Child products list generates the event component was mounted. Event calls useEffect. useEffect calls load products. Load products is an arrow function with no parameters, but in its body inside curly braces, it executes the function fetch that sends a request. Fetch sends request to server.js. And here it is root for get all products. Get all products on the server. It is request to MySQL. Send SQL request. Server sends the SQL query. This is SQL query. Select all. Asterisk means all from products to the MySQL database. MySQL returns all data from the table products to server. Server responds to React Frontend. Here it is. Frontend uses the map method to configure all products into HTML form structures. And we see the data on the screen in the React user interface. In the React user interface. It is all for this chapter. I explained the React action, read action, create, update, delete will be explained in continuously. If you know somebody that need video like this, tell them about. If you like it. If you need, subscribe it. All your engagement give a big plus our community around this playlist and concretely this video. Thank you for watching this video.